So the Republicans are scrambling right now. They're trying to come up with a new health plan because they still don't want to do the subsidies. Okay. It's ridiculous. Okay. Just extend the ACA subsidies. You can work something out later on without people getting priced out of their health care. But they won't do it because of the principle of the thing. But Republicans and principles, sorry, that's oxymoronic beyond belief. Oh, God. Anyway, so Rand Paul was talking about businesses, and if businesses got together, they can do group health care and they would have more buying power because then the insurance companies would have to deal with a bigger pool of applicants. That's how group health care works. You spread the risk out like any insurance works. You spread the risk out. And so when you have people who use it a lot, they're countered by people who don't use their insurance and health. Most health insurance companies will encourage preventative health like physicals and dietary stuff. That's what they do to keep their rates down. Now, it's a good idea for Rand Paul. That's what he's the one who's brought it up. I get it. But let me make it clear. You want group health insurance where insurance companies have to listen to this huge group that they have to ensure that they can set rates because there's so many people here and there's no other option for them. They could sell privately, but it won't work because it would be losing money. You want something huge that they would have to deal with to offset cost? Yeah. It's called universal health care. The biggest group, everybody, 250 million Americans in one group that the government pays for and sets the rates for everything. It's really simple. It's just like Medicare, okay? And everything gets paid, but if you within the standards, but if you want a little more, you can go to an insurance company and get some extras. That's the easiest solution. Oh, well, it's going to cost too much. Really? I pay $700 every 2 weeks for my health insurance through my job. I would rather give that to the government so I could have insurance where I have no fucking copays, nothing. Do you see what I'm saying? They're fucking lying to you when they talk about it, okay? Well, you'll pay for other people. I don't give a fuck. If that means I can go to the hospital and get my shit done. If I have to get something done for my knees, and I found out it's $1,000 to pay for the drugs. Well, if I didn't have to do that, because I'm part of a universal health care that I paid for, you guys don't get it. Out of my taxes, I would not mind paying $300 a month because it's cheaper than what I'm paying now. You get it? But you don't because you've been sold on this socialism bullshit. You know why we don't have universal health care, ladies and gentlemen, from the 50s and 60s? Because white folks didn't want black folks to get it. End discussion. It was simple as that. And that still carries on today. The welfare queens, the people who just get it for nothing. Who gives a fuck? Because if you don't have to worry about your health, that leads on to other stuff. But, I mean, I don't get it. I never will get it. People have been brainwashed. And they keep talking about, more people grouped together. Yeah. One giant group that insurance companies will have to deal with. So the hospitals have to deal with. Simple as that. Well, it doesn't work. Yeah, ask all of Europe. Okay? It's just, that's a pipe dream, I know. But after all this bullshit that Republicans have put everyone through, and the original proposal of Obamacare was that, but they couldn't do it because the Senate and the House were Republican, and Mitch McConnell was a little bitch. Because remember, his only job was not to help Americans, but to block anything that Obama did. Remember that speech? Yeah, that's why you look like you do now, Mitch. Karma's a bitch. So they got what we have, a hybrid, because it's the best we could do, considering the plans. And Republicans use that to beat everyone about the head, and this is where we're at right now. So, will the Republicans do anything about health care before they go on recess on December 19th? Probably not. They're going to toss out some bullshit. No one's going to vote for it. They're going to cry and whine and say it's all the Democrats' fault. Blah, 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 blah. We know it's not. But this is going to lead to something that we should have had decades ago. Because people don't get it. It's relative. Again, if I'm paying $700, let me put it, say $300 every 2, yeah, $700 a month out of my paycheck for health care that I still have to pay other stuff for, 80/20 copays. I'd rather that be pumped into a universal health care where everyone gets everything they want. But what do I know, right? I'm just a fucking peon compared to everyone else. You know what? Mike Johnson can go to hell. Republicans can go to hell. They don't give a shit about Americans. All they care about is to make sure that those people on the upper tier get everything and we get shit. And it's time to fight back. Why do you think Democrats are winning in places they shouldn't win? Because people have had it. So just keep that in mind when they bring up this group health care thing. We can be the biggest group as one country, but they keep selling you bullshit and a lot of people keep buying it.